Hi Aquarius, this is your reading with me for the 3rd to the 9th of January. We're going to see what's coming through. Happy New Year everyone, I hope you are well. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a look and see what's coming through for your week. And I just wanted to mention before we start that if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below as I do giveaways every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, they are also down below as well. You can check out the links if you're interested. They're done with me within 12 to 24 hours. And the last thing I wanted to mention is my website, which is shopmoonlightguidance.com. You can find items which thousands of people have seen results with. The review section is at the bottom of my website, and there's items such as bracelets, necklaces, anklets, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards, which you can put under your pillow, your wallet or your purse, crystals, candles, sage. Everything is meditated with, handmade, and saged as well actually. So yeah, feel free to check it out if you're interested. Alright, so Aquarius, let's see what this week brings you. Okay, well, there's a big change. As I saw some of these cards come out, yep, there's a big change. You are feeling stronger within yourself. I know the Eight of Swords doesn't really look like it, but keep in mind that we have other cards that really also do shape up the reading. So the Eight of Swords shows that some of you have felt really kind of lost, right? Super lost in your path. Well, the King of Cups here shows a major emotional moment that happens. You know when sometimes you just have a really emotional moment and you start crying and you start worrying, but then you start to calm yourself down and you realize that, okay, things are not as bad as perhaps what we think they are. It can be our fears, you know, that sort of get in the way. Well, the King of Cups shows that you may have a very similar moment. However, it is going to be pretty life-changing because through that emotional sort of energy, you're going to find so much more strength and courage, and you're going to have an epiphany as to what you actually want to do next. So this actually gives you a huge relief. A lot of the times when people also cry as well and they feel very emotional, they find that after they've cried, they feel lighter. And so what you're going to feel is, A, you're going to feel lighter, but you're going to have had an epiphany where you realize now what you truly want to do. And it's interesting because the Queen of Cups then shows you just feeling like, whew, I've got this. You know, I've got this. I know what I'm going to do. I have cried it out, but now I'm good. And I really feel that this emotional energy brings you, A, more peace because, like I mentioned, you know, it can really take some weight off of your shoulders, but the Page of Pentacles shows an opportunity coming your way, which I think is actually quite exciting. And this opportunity, especially with the Queen of Wands, is something in regards to a crush or someone that you don't expect to come towards you that comes towards you. The Seven of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Swords, okay, so the 6, the 7 and the 8 shows that you oftentimes feel that good things just won't come your way. You feel that it's not destined for me. You know, it happens for everyone else, it's not going to happen for me. Be careful what you tell yourself. I'm very serious. I'll tell you this for sure, is I have read for so many people, okay, I really have. I'm not just pulling this out of, you know, thin air. I've read for so many people who came to me and they've always been like, you know, I don't think anything's going to happen. So we read their future and we realize, okay, things will happen. And then things happen for them. And essentially, you know, it also take time, you know, depending on each person's situation. Doesn't always just happen straight away when they want it, which can be even more frustrating. But then things come together, and the thing is, things often come together when you least expect it, and that's the thing that can be so frustrating, because when you're pining over things, you're wanting things to be right in your life, things don't quite happen in that moment. But then when you are just kind of like, okay, whatever, you know, maybe it's just the way it's meant to be, I'm just going to take care of myself, look after myself, going to enjoy myself, boom, things start to happen. I'm going to tell you very honestly that a lot of you are going to feel like your life is not going to plan, but in that energy, it's very rare that things will come together. So I'm being 100% realistic. This is a week where you are going to feel like, is anything going to happen? Is anything going to happen? And then boom, you get into this mindset where you're like, I've got myself, you know, I'm okay. I may feel lonely, I may be by myself, but I've got me, okay? And it's almost like this change happens where you could have continued to, oops, it just like dropped on my lap, where you could have continued to attract this energy, you're now attracting this energy. You see how it changes? Your energy and your attitude is actually impacting what comes to you. I'm not saying that you need to be happy every 3 hours of the day and every second of the day. I'm not saying that at all. It's just in general how you embrace the energies, right? I'll tell you one thing for sure, is that so many people believe that, oh, just because people have money, they must be so happy. Money can solve problems. There's no doubt about that. Money can give you stability. There is no doubt about that. But just because someone has a huge amount of money, trust me, doesn't mean that they don't have any problems. You'll find that they have ridiculous amounts of problems and stress. And so, you know, people generalize a lot, like, oh, people in relationships must be so happy. There are so many people that get abused in relationships, you know, and they would much rather have it that they were single, or that they can free themselves of that pain. So always remember that you might look out and think that someone else has got a perfect life. You have no idea what they're dealing with behind closed doors. So there's going to be a huge epiphany here where you're going to realize, okay, you know what, maybe the universe wants it so that I'm in this place by myself right now at this very point in time. So it's about embracing your present and embracing and having gratitude towards the present. It's very hard to do when you feel like things are not going your way. But think about it this way. Maybe this is where the universe needs you to be right now. Maybe you're avoiding a bigger challenge in your life. Always think about that. You know, I think this is very important. Okay? Okay, so this week, a big change happens. Your mindset shifts where you're like, maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. That's what's going to happen. You're going to feel much more confident within yourself. I think this reading will also kind of help to shift your mindset as well a bit more in that direction. You've got the King and the Queen of Wands. A lot of you are going to think, you know what, my person's probably busy right now doing whatever they need to do. They're probably, you know, my career is getting ready for me. You know, maybe that company or that place doesn't even exist yet. So it's all getting ready for me. Everything you need is getting ready for you. Everything that you have to have is getting prepared for you. Believe it, because I genuinely also see it as well. You know, you may think like, oh my God, this is not working out for me. You have no idea that something even bigger could be working out for you, right? And I do believe that's what's happening, but the more you tell yourself that everything is going against you, the more you start to feed that train. Okay, we go from the 5, then the 6, then the 7, then the 8, and then you feel emotionally even worse. Whereas if you tell yourself, my opportunities are out there, it's only a matter of time. Can't even click my fingers, but it's going to happen, okay? Things will start to move along step by step. So a big change happens here, especially if you've been just watching reading after reading, thinking, nothing's happening. Again, detachment is the key to the law of attraction. Know what you want and let it go. Then focus on your present. It's going to help you tremendously. The Sun card here shows that happiness and joy is coming your way. There's no doubt about it, unless you have that doubt, right? So you want to, again, shift that energy and focus towards yourself. And this week brings you the greatest change because you are freeing yourself from that. You're freeing yourself from what has been really holding you down for a long, long time. Okay, so let's look at the message cards. I really do need you. Missing you. I want to see you. Now, as you start to free yourself of this, I feel like, especially if this is in regards to love, someone here will want to see you, they will miss you, they will feel that they really need you. Remember, when you are putting more energy towards yourself, it can trigger others to do more towards you. When you don't really care about something, I know this sounds kind of crazy, but that's actually when people start to care. And I see this so often is people will put so much energy into how they look, you know, and how they dress, and literally nobody will acknowledge them. And one day they just get up, they get dressed, they go somewhere and people are suddenly complimenting them. And they're like, huh? What? You know, it happens. And that's the thing, is that so many of you realize that that's really, you know, something that does happen so often. And so it's so interesting here that people who perhaps were never paying attention to you or ignoring you suddenly feel so much more towards you as your energy shifts and as you feel stronger within yourself and you're just, you know, taking care of you and doing you. That's when everything comes together. 1 second, I just have to grab... I just left something on top of my hot water bottle. Like, how ridiculous am I, you know? Anyways. I just looked at the sign and I was like, oh. Okay, so that is what I'm really picking up on here, which I think is obviously quite significant. But the main thing that I really do feel is that there's just such a powerful energy in regards to... you know, in regards to that being felt. So this is your reading, Aquarius, and of course if this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on my website. And definitely take care as well. And I also have TikTok and Instagram if anyone wants to follow me on there. Everything is linked down below. Take care everyone. Bye!